what you decide was not okay. Not okay. Sick of meeting people that you find okay. Invites come, you say I'm okay. I'm okay. Loving you's a question. I think about coming your direction. I think about wanting your affection. I think about you. Glad we got an ocean in between.
Yo, what's up guys, Igobear'S here bringing you a new Dark and Darker video, and today I've been asked to make a Druid guide for Season 10, so that's what we're gonna do. So first off, I'm just gonna say that I haven't really played Druid since like Season 7. I'm a little rusty on the class, but I played a lot this season so far, and it's been going pretty well. I've had a couple comments asking me to do it, and a couple people came through my stream to ask me to do it. We'll share what little bit I know. Let me know what you guys think. So starting off, the skills you mainly want to run for my build: Treant, Barkskin, Mending, and Thorn Barrier. If you have enough, you can use Thorn Barrier. If not, it's fine. You don't really need it that much. Now onto our perks and skills. Build that I run is Shapeshift Mastery, Enhanced Wilderness, Natural Healing paired with Force of Nature. So let's say you take any sort of damage, you get 5 Fizz Power while this is proccing, and it procs pretty often. So I usually sit around like 30-35 Fizz in bear form when this is proccing. Pretty good. Another build that people like to do, I do not run this build, is Dreamwalk with Thorncoat, and then they go more into Spellcast. I do not play this build. A lot of people will say Thorncoat is better than Force of Nature because of the fact that you get 5 true every time you get hit. The way I think of this is I'm getting 5 more Fizz Power taking damage, and if I'm getting off 2 or 3 more hits, that's more damage than if I get hit once or twice in Thorncoat and die. That's the way I think of it, because I run high action speed. Another build you can go is you drop Shapeshift and you pick up and Dreamwalk, and then you run that with Natural Healing, and then you can run all these extra healing spells. Someone who runs that is Eugene. I'll leave a link to his Twitch in the comments. He knows more about this build than I do, so I'm not going to talk about that build because I do not run it. If you guys have questions, go ahead and ask him or Duego. Duego also runs high spellcast Druid. I do not. But yeah. And then you run bear, human, rat, panther, and chicken. Now let's get into stat prio. So when you're looting gear, I look for strength-based stuff with either dex. So I look for strength-based gear with dex and action speed on it, and that's like my go-to. And then if you get one with like 3 rolls, you'd want to get either HP, dex, and action speed, or HP, dex, and like headshot. So this is a good one. I'm running strength gear with dex and action speed, and then the other rolls I don't really care too much for, but I'm looking for either Fizz Power or HP, so vigor. That's pretty much what I go for. What I aim for is around 35 to 40 strength. Any more than that is like kind of overkill, but yeah, you're looking for like at least 140 HP, and I look for 15 action speed if I'm on like a budget kit. If I'm on a good kit, I'm looking for like 30 action speed, and then 32 Fizz before my Natural Healing, Force of Nature, and Enhanced Wilderness. So we'll be at like 40 or a little bit more than 40 with this build. And then on rings, neck, cloak, you're looking for additional action and any damage modifiers, so like Fizz Power or headshot, or if you want to be tanky, you can go for PDR. But I look straight for damage. That's pretty much all I look for. Also, if you do happen to have like extra slots, like right here, this 1 knowledge isn't really going to help me, so I could put this as resourcefulness, and now when I go chicken farm, it'll heal more with the chicken ability. So that's something I've been trying to get into more, is looking for extra slots for resourcefulness. Like right here, this 7 armor, I can turn that into resourcefulness. Now my chicken will heal even harder. This is just my base Druid bear kit. I don't think I have any Panther kits right now, but Panther you build pretty much the same way, except you want to have a lot more HP. So like instead of strength based, you'd want to look for vig based. So like this would be perfect. You'd want to have agi and Fizz Power on it, so strength, and then you'd want to go for dex I cannot do. Go action speed. And then you want like fizz power. So boom. Right there. Perfect Panther build piece. And then you'd want to get like probably loose trousers. But another option would be to go into like padded leggings with agi and strength and dex. And then you're looking for more agi base pieces. Lace turn shoes. Be another one. Then you go into reinforced and forest hood with agi on it and fizz power. Because your Panther scales off of agi, but it scales pretty good off of strength too, so you just want to get your fizz power to like 20 or 30 and then have as much agi as you can while hitting that. And you'd want to be around 20 action speed with like 150 to 160 HP. That's how you build Panther. But Panther is not very good in the meta right now, so wouldn't worry too much about that. Focus on playing bear and taking 1v1s that you know you can take. I guess a couple tips I have for taking fights on Druid is one, very scary things to fight would be clerical smite up. You never want to fight that pretty much. You have to bait the smite. Number two would be caster lock, caster plate lock. If they curse you and hit you with the bok, you're down to like maybe 10 HP and you can't go rat and run away. So that fight you kind of want to take and back them up in a corner or play a doorway where you're able to jump on him in Panther so he can't cast on you. And then wait for him to balk and try to back out. Or you can box him out as long as you don't get cursed. That's another option. You can box with him. Another one is halberd. That is like the hardest weapon to fight on Druid, I feel. So if you fight a halberd, you want to try to push him into a corner if you're going to take that fight. You do not want to give him space. And it's very easy to get spaced on bear. If you left click and they get pushed back too far, you're pretty much done for. You just have to reset. Barbarian's pretty easy to fight. You just pop your E ability in bear and get in there. And just hug them and swing. And usually you win. Your E ability is very strong. 20% PDR for 8 seconds. Except for maybe throwing knife rogue. It can be really annoying. You pretty much don't want to engage if you get hit with one of those. You just want to wait until they like miss and you have a good opportunity to Panther jump on them. And then you transform into bear and beat them up. But if they get like 3-stack poison, yeah, it's a little sketchy and you might want to run. When you're fighting wizards or sorks, you want to be in Panther and dodging as much as possible before you engage. So if you can waste like 3 fireballs, maybe a couple zaps without getting hit by jumping around in Panther, that's always really good. That's like #1 go-to. And then same thing, if you can get them close to a doorway, you pretty much win for free in Panther. But if you're fighting in an open module, it's really scary to push. If they hit one of those spells, you're down to like 40-50% HP, and it's really bad. Another tip, don't really get hit in Panther. That's about it. Druid is one of those classes where you just learn by playing, so there's not much I can really say to help. It's more about just putting in the hours for it. Yo, what's up guys? If you guys enjoyed this content, please feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. If you guys would like to watch me play live, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Igobear. You might be able to catch me on some YouTube streams, so yeah, feel free to hit that subscribe button.